I like the enthusiasm. Oh, let's see. I don't know. So 10 zones. Okay. Yeah. Sure, trans. The numbers ended up on the bottom just because that's where the units ended up that they were going with, right? So they could have gone the other way. If I would have started with inches, then inches would have been down here, centimeters would have been up here. It would have been the other way. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Okay, either I'm crazy or you might have made a mistake because you were cruising through really fast, but on the practice test on G, yeah.
What's up? Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
was
don't.
gonna say 5/3. Like I didn't get any.
What's 5/3? Where are you looking at for that?
Right here on G. This one.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1G. I was looking back here. Let's see.
I think you, like I said, I think you
It's very possible. I've done that
just
before.
cruised through so quickly that, because I was gonna say you're supposed to add 7 to the 2, which would be 9.
Yeah, it should be 9. And then the X would be 3. Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
like it.
I did my math right there.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, I'm like looking at this, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I think I just got the 5 from right above there.
That's what I figured.
So guys, 1G, the answer should be 3, okay?
Alright, cool.
I'm not one of those... Oh, stop it. Don't get too used to that, because you cannot use that on the test. You know that.
I know.
Alright. I'm so happy I'm not one of those jackass math teachers that are like, I never make a mistake. Yeah. I'm like, shit, I'm a human. I'm going to make freaking mistakes. So yeah, 1G should be 3. Not an ugly fraction. Poor little fraction.
That's just why I wanted to ask real quick.
I'm averaging about a 97 on my answer keys. Still pretty good. So you know what I always say is when somebody, if anybody ever gave me shit about making a mistake, I'd be like, you watch any sports and basketball? Okay, well you like Steph Curry? Yeah, Steph Curry. He's an amazing basketball player. Does he make every shot he takes? No. Oh shit. So being really good at something doesn't mean never making mistakes. It just means knowing what to do in certain situations. All right.
Just don't take shit.
I don't take shit. All right. So where do we want to go from there? Did I forget? We want to do another one of these, right? Huh? Sorry? Yes.
Because the pressure is always on you. You write all the time. I wouldn't be able to do that. I know, right?
All right.
You don't walk like that. You know? It's fucking annoying. Like, I'm a fucking human. You know? Forget. Yeah. Good, bro. Yeah, I'll be this. Yeah, we'll spread it. Fuck yeah.
All right, guys. So I took these right off of the sheet I gave out before. I don't have these, but I always forget these things. I always forget quarts and pints and who's 2 and who's 4, and I always forget it. So if I told you I had, what do I want to say here?
It's hard to believe.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. What if I had 7.2 liters and I want to know how many gallons that is? Yes, sir. Now we're going to go from liters. I can go from liters to what?
Quarts.
to quarts.
To gallons.
And then from quarts, I can go to
Gallons.
gallons. Cool. So you don't need this one. I like it. I don't know why I put an extra L. So what, yeah, what goes where here? So what goes on the bottom here? Liters. I love it because you want them to cancel. And like we said, we can go from liters to quarts. So they go up here. So that's the step. I go from liters to quarts here. So the liters go away. Now what am I going to put on the bottom here? Quarts. And I go from quarts to gallons. So I know my answer is going to end up in gallons because that's the survivor. That's the unit that's left alive. Oh yes, I will survive.
What?
So what number goes where here?
0.9.
0.9.
5. I think. Is that a 5?
On the bottom.
And then 1, and then 1 equals 4.
1 gallon is 4 quarts. Okay, good. I like it. So again, if it's on the top, I multiply. If it's on the bottom, I divide. So this will be 7.2 divided by 0.95 divided by 4.
Divide.
One 1.89. Okay, cool.
3, blah, blah, blah.
So if I remember, I'll tell you what's around it to. Hopefully I remember to say that. If I don't say, just always take it to 2 places, to the hundredths place if I don't say. That's a good general kind of rule. If they don't tell you, that's a decent number to go out to. I don't want to see like 18 places of decimals. Screw that. It's like you weren't exact enough numbers. What's important to me is this work. Can you do the work correctly? All right, maybe. And it's how it always works. We did one last time with freaking alien units, if you were here.
Remember that.
So the process doesn't care what the units are that I'm using. Has anybody ever heard of furlongs?
Yes.
All right. Fathoms.
That's the Navy.
Jules for hello? Yeah, fathoms. I don't know what other kind of words. There's ergs, newtons. There's joules as a unit of measurement. Does it matter that you know what it is for this class? No, you just have to be able to convert. If I give you the conversion, you should be able to convert it.
GIF. GIF.
GIF?
GIF.
GIF. And a GIF.
GIF.
Oh, really? What's that one measure?
It's like light speed or something like
Really?
that. Yeah.
Okay,
GIF.
I gotta look that one up.
Like, you know, when people would say, I'll be there in a jiffy.
You want to talk to the aliens? There you go.
Yes.
If you don't mind, can you repeat the problem one more time, please?
Oh,
Please.
what part doesn't make sense?
The whole thing. We're good, the whole thing.
Just the whole thing, okay.
Please.
All right, so I start in 7.2 liters, right?
Yeah, listen.
Where can I go from liters? I can go to quarts, from what I was told, right? You see that? Am I in liters? I don't want to go to gallons. Well, what connects gallons is quarts. So I got to go from liters to quarts, so then I can go from quarts to gallons. You see, that's finding your path from where you are to where you want to be. So from liters, I can go to quarts, and from quarts, I can go to gallons. Bam, 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 bam. Why did I put the L down here? So it would cancel. Why did I put the quarts down there? So it would cancel. And now you just fill in the numbers where they're supposed to go. 1 quart is 0.95 liters. 1 gallon is 4 quarts.
That's how you're going to see it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's other ways to do this, but as long as you show me some work and it makes sense. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, what if I had 87 pints? How many liters is that? So that's a different problem now. 87 pints is how many liters? Try to do that one.
Look at it.
Yes, sir. One, be careful now. Where do we start off? 87 pints.
So,
So the pints would go on the bottom. But we're going to go from pints.
2 liters.
I need to go to liters, but can I go directly there? No. There's no direct path. So let me see if you guys understand. No, you only have to use what I put up here.
Oh, only what you put up there.
Yeah, you're going to have all that. But I put extra up here just so you know. You got to pick out what you need. And watch. Is there something from pints to liters? No.
So we got
What's the middleman? Does it make sense if I say, what's the middleman? I can go from pints to quarts because quarts gets me to liters. Right? We got to go talk to Ralphie because Ralphie knows where Frank is. Okay, Ralph is the middleman. So I got to go to the middleman. Middleman's quarts because he knows where the liters are. All right. Try to set that up. Hopeful. Of course, you go to Google and say, Google, 87 pints equals how many?
If you like.
You guys know that? It'll just do it for you. Google does everything.
Yeah.
But Google is not a replacement for the human brain. Let's remain human and be in charge. Right? Let's not go down the road of Wall-E, for example.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I remember that.
Wow.
Fatty. Right?
Aw. Poor little waddling people.
Oh, was it just
That's how we Quartz.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's teaching really well right now. It's a silent approach to teaching.
I was like, Wally? Okay. I don't know.
Can you ever watch that?
Yeah.
You might be one of us in the future then.
I think so. We're so lazy.
All right, guys. Is this cool? You put down where you are currently first. And it pretty much tells you where to put this. Where am I going to put this? On the bottom. Now from pints, I can go to quarts. I don't want quarts.
And then you get to
So I go from quarts to liters. Now I end up where I want to be. I don't know. I want liters. I don't want any gallons. So what numbers go where here? What goes with the quarts?
2 what? 2 pints is 1.
Yeah, 2 pints. There's 1 quart.
Okay.
Then 1
Careful.
0.
Yeah, 1 quart,
5.
0.95 liters. So now you're going to do 87 divided by 2
Divided by 14.
times 0.95 because 0.95 is on the top, right? We know this. These are just fractions now. This is like 87 times 1/2 times 0.95.
So we're actually gonna multiply that, correct? No.
No.
What do you,
Yes.
1.6.
Multiply the 0.9, right?
So it'll be 87
Yeah.
divided by 2 times 0.95.
44.3.
Alright, that's close.
That was
41 point something.
That's not right. That's 41.32.
Something, okay.
It is right. That's too far.
Okay.
What the hell did I do?
Alright, cool. I mean, every conversion works like this. You just have to know what the conversions are. I'm going to give those to you. Alright. Anything else from, let's see. You guys feel pretty good about the graphing part? Is it graphing? What's up?
It's kind of confusing about graphing.
I got it wrong. I got like
So guys, real quick about graphing. If I give you an equation like this, when you go to make your XY table, what letter are you going to put values in for? What letter? X or Y? What's this already solved for? Y. It's solved for Y, right?
Oh, yeah,
So I'm going to choose numbers for X because then I got nothing to do. The answer is going to be exactly what Y is already. I mean, so for example, if I make X 1, can you solve for Y? Do it. Okay, do it then. Yeah, yeah, I could. Well, don't be could. Do it. No, we don't have to do that because, see, I told you what X is. X is 1. So we want to solve for Y. But Y is already by itself. So this is number 1. So number 1, Y equals 3 times 1 minus 4. Is that cool?
Yes, -1.
Because X is 1. Where'd that 1 come from? Me. I made it up. I could have made X 17 billion and 6, but I ain't going to do that to myself because I don't want my X-axis to go out to 17 billion and 6. I don't have enough graph paper for that.
Okay.
Or time.
That's why I didn't get it. Where is that?
So X is 1. What are you going to get here now? Y equals -1. So X value of 1 goes with the Y value of -4. So there's a point that I can plot. What's up, Jesse? You alright?
Yeah, let me take off my glasses for a minute though. But,
Alright. Whatever you gotta do. Somebody else help me out. What's another value you want to use for X?
5.
2, that's crazy, man. And 0. Sure, we'll do 0 next.
Thanks.
so,
6.
So Y equals 3 times 2 minus 4 now, right?
2.
Because I chose 2, so I could plug a 2 in there.
Just 2.
Yes, sir?
so the best numbers to use is like 1 and 2s and 0s?
And maybe some negatives sometimes. The thing you want to do for yourself, if you choose a number and this is 11, and I didn't give you a big enough graph or something, don't use that point. Go the other way and use a point that kind of fits better. They could also make the scale different so it would fit. Instead of 1, 2, 3, you can make the scale 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You can make your scale different so that things will fit, but try to pick numbers that come out with nice output so it's easier to graph. So what do you get here?
Hi, Jeff.
What do you get there?
2.
2. So an X value of 2 has a Y value of 2, huh?
Come up with
Now what happens if you make X 0?
-4.
Yeah, if you make X 0, you get -4, right? 3 times 0 is 0. So Y is -4. That's always the nice one to do, make X 0, and the answer is the other thing.
So do we have to choose the numbers from randomly?
Yeah,
1, 2, 0, right? Like any number we can choose?
exactly. Why does it not, I really want you, I want this to make sense. Why does it not matter? Because what's the next thing I'm going to do now? Graph them. And then what am I going to do with the points? No, they're going to line themselves up, and then I'm going to draw a line. And when I draw the line, I get every other answer that I could have gotten. That's why I only have to get some representative answers.
I showed her how to do cooking.
So here is 1, 2, 3.
I better not.
So we got the point 1, -1. So how do I get there?
Go right and go down 1.
Okay. There's the point 1, -1. Where's 2, 2?
Go up 2.
Yeah, I could.
over 2.
There's 2, 2.
That's positive side, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
2, 2.
Right. Oh,
Where's-
you go to here? Okay.
1, -1. 2, 2. 0, -4.
Go downhill.
Kind of gave it away there, but oh well.
Right there.
0, so I don't want to go left and right at all. I just want to go down 4. And now if I connect these, oh well. So everybody break. Make your points big. Almost. Thankfully, you'll have your scale set up for you.
Hopefully.
So Jeff, I have a question. So 0 needs to be from top and the bottom, not from left to right.
What's this X tell you how much to go left and right? What's the Y piece tell you how much to go up and down? So what's this point mean? Don't go left and right at all. Only go down 4. So that's why I ended up there.
Right.
Yes, sir. Say again. You can't unless you made a mistake in this work. Dee's got a question about what if the points are like all over the place? What does that mean if you're dealing with an equation? That means you made some mistakes when you calculated your points. If it's coming from an equation, they have to be related somehow, right? And we're only going to deal with straight lines, so your points have to line up on a line because they came from an equation of a line. So they have to line up on a line. So if you have a point and then a point and then a point, oh shit, one of those 3 is wrong. There's just no other way around it. At least one of them is wrong. So it's trying to help you. It's trying to give you a hint, saying, hey dude, you made a mistake.
I made a mistake.
What's up?
Doesn't line up.
Yes?
So I'm just verifying. So the numbers you plug in the equation has to be true for it to file for the x and y. So you plug in numbers there.
Yeah, so each of these numbers, I know they work here because that's how I got them, right?
Okay.
So you can choose X to be anything you want to be, but then Y can't also be anything it wants to be because it has to make this work.
It has to work.
So how did I make sure it made it work? By actually using it,
Okay.
right? So if I let's do one more, watch. If X is -1,
So you put
what's
it-
Y going to be? Let's make that 4.
What?
Y equals 3 times -1 minus 4, so Y is going to be what?
7.
-7. And doesn't it look like it's going to, for -1, it's going to go to -7. It looks like it's headed that way. You see that? Yeah. And then also, whatever point that is, that point's gross, right? It looks like maybe almost -2.5 and maybe 0.6 or something. But what's true about that point? Whatever that point is, it has to
Equal that what?
that point has to do what
Multiply by
with this equation? If I plug the points in, they have to work in this equation. That's the connection. Never forget. That's the main #1 primary reason we graph anything is because it's the quickest way to say what all the answers are. This is not all the answers. This is all the answers. Every single little point that this line goes through makes that equation work. That's what the idea of graphing is. And anytime I have an equation, what do we want to do as math students? We're trained to find the freaking answers. Or answer normally. But here there's 2 variables. Now there's an infinite number of answers. Oh shit. So we make pictures out of them. To
And
make it
also
visual.
have to be how you got to do. How do you line up? Count the lines because I drew this right here, and I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and I said no, it didn't make sense. So after, right here. Okay, I start counting from here to here without the numbers, and I
Oh.
draw the numbers too, so it makes
Okay.
makes
All right.
sense more to me.
Okay. All right. Anything else about graphing stuff? I mean, and everybody remembers. I think I only gave you. Yeah, we're only doing 11.1 and 11.2.
Right.
Right. And chapter 9 is extra credit, so that'll make it a little easier for everybody.
Section 11?
Say again? 11.1 and 11.2.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll review lines and graphing when you get to Math 90, but you'll go further than we did, for sure.
But chapter 9.
Chapter 9 is extra credit. Yeah.
And you instruct chapter 9, math 90?
Math 90?
You're the instructor on it?
Yeah, I'm good, but I'm not teaching it. I don't know. Don't ask me if I'm good. Shit. I don't know. It's all relative. You good? You good? Well, they haven't fired me yet, so at least I don't suck. My dean is watching this. I'm like, ah. He's still working.
No, you're pretty good.
I'm okay.
I'm starting. I'm just submitted
Yes.
the class.
You do 1 and
Oh. Yeah, so guys, 1M.
Oh no, I'm not sick.
No, just put it in. Make a noise.
So guys, flip it. What do you mean? Can't do that. There's too many fractions for that. So if that wasn't there, I could do like cross multiplication, but that is there. Too bad. There are several ways to do it. You could just add this over, make like denominators, and you can just work with the fractions directly. Or if you want to kill the fractions, you're allowed to, because this is an equation. But they all have different things they're being divided by. So a really good first step.
Okay, so we have to divide 14 by 2 and the other one 7 by 4. So maybe
You mean you're saying divide, but you mean yes? Because what's the LCD going to be?
so to make the whole number 28.
Exactly. So if you multiply this by 4, multiply this by 2,
What if you didn't do that?
you don't have to.
What if?
Give me a second. Let me finish this way out, and then we'll look at a different way.
Because I just moved the whole problem to the other side.
I'm with you. We'll do it that way in a second.
Never mind. I did something wrong.
You can still do it that way. Now, why is this an improvement? Because I know how to undo division by 28. I just do what? How do I kill the divided by 28? Multiply by 28. So if I multiply everything by 28, what happens to all 28s?
Can't say die.
They die. So then you get 20 minus 7x equals 6x, and that's easy. Right, I made that problem look so much better. Everything was being divided, but they were all being divided by different numbers. So if I make them all divided by the same number, the LCD, I can then eliminate it by multiplying by that number. That's beautiful. Kill the fractions. Say again? Exactly, and then make everybody have that denominator. Now, as is true all the time.
Wait.
I'm not going to erase that.
So you have that problem, right? At the bottom. So do you move the 7 over?
Add 7, you get 13. Divide by 13, you get 20 over 13.
say that again.
Add 13?
Like Jesse. Right. Start here. Right? Start here. What's in the wrong place? What do you have to move?
Okay, 7x out of here.
Yeah, I got to add 7x.
And then
So how many x's will you end up with over here now if you add 7x? 13. Alright. So this will work. Now watch. Where's my x terms over here?
On the top.
Yeah, well, I mean, where are they? Here and there. So I want to get them together. right? So you can do this whole problem and leave the fractions in. So if I add this over, what's wrong with that though? Why can't I add those?
You have to multiply. They're not the same denominator.
Exactly, not the same denominator. So I got to multiply by 2. Right, you can kind of tune out if you don't want to do it this way, it's fine, but
Oh, yeah.
5 over 7 equals 6x plus 7x is 13x.
28.
And then if you can cross multiply if you want to and make the numbers bigger than you really have to.
I think that one. Wait, what?
I don't know. I don't know. When you have an equation, it's great because almost anything you don't like in the equation you can kill. I don't like that fraction, I can kill it. I don't like that decimal, I can kill it.
Well, yeah, I didn't know what to do from there.
Oh, well now you can cross multiply if you want to.
So we got the 2 from the.
You mean do the reciprocal?
No, right here, those are not like terms, right? This is 14ths and that's 28, so I got to multiply by 2 to make them both over 28, so I can combine them. Right? Multiply by 2. Now it's 6x over 28 plus 7x over 28 is 13x over 28.
So then you do the reciprocal 5 and.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, no. How do you get the x by itself? You multiply by 28 over 13. Yeah, so you can do that to both sides, sure.
Oh, so now.